extent, but I mean, this is what you envision this offense being like when everything's working.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the year, we want to be able to go into a game. It doesn't matter who scores, who has the touchdowns, who play. We just want to play good football and win. And today was the perfect example of what we've been hoping for, right? Like no one's in here thinking about stats and Pro Bowls and all that. We're thinking about how many wins can we rack up and can we win the last game of the year, right? And so to see us play the way that we did today from a whole team aspect makes us feel good for sure.
From the opening drive, you guys had the ball first, there was a different approach from the offense. It seemed like you guys wanted to be aggressive. A couple balls you threw down the field.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't end up in the hands of the Saints play, but it was kind of a different mindset this week from what it was last week. Was that a point of emphasis?
It definitely was, yeah, absolutely. Because if teams are going to play us a certain way, especially, they're thinking about my shoulder and things that we're trying to do and all that kind of stuff. We had to show them that we could, the potential for down the field shots were there, and we were able to hit a couple, not on the first drive, but we were able to, you throw enough of them, you can hit a couple, and we were able to do that today because we had some good looks to do it, and so. As an offense, we still have so many things to correct penalty-wise and so many little details that could have got us an easier field goal or easier for a first down or completion. And we got to clean those things up. And if we can keep cleaning those things up and be better next week, we feel like we can keep getting better as a team.
Derek, how big was that third and 11 that you hit Michael Thomas for 26 that you eventually got that first touchdown? Was that kind of like the spark for the day for you guys offensively?
Yeah, I don't think our demeanor or mindset changed at any point throughout the day. I thought we came in with a great focus. I just felt like that play, obviously it's third and long. We don't want to put the defense again back out there so quick. And Mike did a great job going across the middle, taking a hit and making a play. And he did that a couple of times for me today. He even knew it was going to be that type of day. It just is one of those things. And, he was able to stand in there and make every play that, we needed, except for the first one that we talked about.
Derek, earlier this week you said the running game and defense quarterbacks best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just specifically on that running game today, having that be as effective as it was, how much did that open things up for you?
Well, we run a play action, and they get back under the play action because they come up for the run, then they turn their backs and go for the play action, and I check it down for 30 yards. It just to Kendra. Like, that's a perfect example of how it all works together, right? Like, if they come down a little farther and there's a window for Mike or Chris on that play, I throw it to them. If not, I check it down, and they're playing the run, then now they're getting back playing. They can't just be one-dimensional, and so it all works together. And this is the ultimate team game. And so if I can do my job, it helps AK. If AK does his job, it helps us. If the line does theirs, it all is moving and working together all the time.
How important do you think the performance was for Pete?
There was no different thought this week. There was no different feeling. We knew what we have in Pete, and we believe in him. And like I never lied to y'all. Like we think the world of Pete, and so I just know that I've been in tough times, and when you do go out and have a good day, it's always a relief. No matter it's always like, all right, let's at least get 7 days answering nice questions about some things, and so. But that's this business, and he knows that. I know that, playing quarterback. The head coaches always know that, right? They got to always answer questions, and so it is what it is. But our confidence never changed in Pete, for sure.
Derek, earlier this week you said that every time you go against the Bill Belichick defense, it's like mentally exhausting. I think it's kind of the term that you use.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now? And how are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, it is mentally taxing. They do a great job with personnel groupings, putting sub defense, playing base fronts, and you got to get everybody on the same page so we're blocking the right guys. And they do a great job of trying to mix those things up, and different pressure looks, not running the ball into those, and making sure they'll hold the disguise until that play clock's at 2 seconds, and you got to make sure you're right to help the team. And Coach Belichick is, like I said before, he's one of, if not the best coach, of all time. And so anytime you go against him as a quarterback, it's a tough out, it's a tough day, but you just try and be efficient, make the best decisions. Do your film study during the week, which is a tall task. But yeah, I'll be asleep on the plane probably.
Derek, I'm sorry if you've already asked this, but with the red zone conversion today, 3 for 3, how well, I guess relieving is it that you guys are able to convert there? And is 3 for 3 okay? I know you said 4 for 4.
I said 4, and then I'll give you a high five. Once we go 4 for 4, I'll give you a high five. I got to be a man of my word. My yes is my yes, you know. So, we got 3 of them, and that just helps the defense. You know, if we can get touchdowns when we get down there, it's a big emphasis for us this week. Is, we felt confident, always in the game plan that, hey, when we get down there, let's make sure that we execute. And sometimes it may be a field goal, but to come away out of a game, especially in this stadium, against, this scheme with those players, that's an exciting day for sure.
This game with 2 pretty key injuries on defense with Judon and Gonzalez. Did that change how you guys approach the game or anything like that in terms of going at their tendencies, anything like that?
No, but like I've always said, those are 2 really good players. I haven't played against the young corner, but watching him on film, he's very impressive. Especially the job he did against Tyreek and the things they were asking him to do. And then Judon's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. So whenever someone gets hurt, it's always hard to replace those guys. But for us, especially when you play Coach Belichick, it doesn't matter, what 11 he's thrown out there. He's got something. He's going to try and stop you. It's going to be a tough out for sure, no matter who's out there.
You talked about it, seems like his role has just continued to grow.
Who's that? Sorry.
Kendra Miller.
Yep.
What have you seen from him in terms of his progression and trust level?
Well, I just love his mentality when he gets in the huddle. I've been in there with some young guys sometime, and I'm like having to remind them of everything, and hey, make sure you do this now. Go fast, like trying to remind them to play fast. And like Kendra, he just is a football player. He just, you tell him one thing, we break the huddle, and I'm like, hey, make sure on this. He's like, I got you, bro. And boom, I hit him in the flat. Boom, he breaks tackle, gets the yards. It's like, when you have a young guy like that with that much confidence, you just hope that his confidence just keeps growing because he'll just keep getting better. He'll play faster and faster, and he'll see the cuts faster. He'll play faster, but he's got a great guy in front of him to learn from too.
Derek, you talked a couple times in the last month or so about Mike knowing he's going to be in like a spot where he might get hit when he's catching.
Mm-hmm.
Do you appreciate that in a receiver, or just like the physicality and knowing that you can throw a type of ball and he's going to kind of come up with it 7 or 8 times up?
100%. They brought we did some today, we didn't even talk about during the week. They went cover 0 on 1, and I saw it, and versus this certain look, I just looked at Mike and gave him a hand signal, and we didn't even talk about it. We did, but we, through our communication and our growth together and our relationship, there's certain things I just say, hey, be ready all the time if this, and he's like, yeah, I like this route, or and they gave us a blitz. They're bringing one free for me, and he's got standing there and take a hit, and I got standing there. And that's football. Sometimes, and to see, us complete that, him take that hit, hang on to the ball, and pick up really a big first down for us in that moment. They're all big, but just the way that happened, I thought that was a big play in the game, and it shows the rest of the team that 13 will do whatever it takes to win.
It was third down in the fourth quarter. Right?
Yep. Yep.
And how has your?
I thought it was third quarter.
It might.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They sent like an A-gap blitz, I think.
Yep.
How was your relationship with him kind of growing, even in the season? It seems like it's kind of been something you guys have continued to build on.
Yeah, it's growing, and I love Mike, and the one thing about him is, his communication is so great during the games, and him and I can't, grow and do that in training camp. We can't grow and do that in OTAs. You have to play real football games. You have to get on the same page when it's live bullets, and I'm not even saying preseason. It's got to be like regular season games, where teams are really game planning and trying to scheme and doing things. And so, for us to be on the same page and to be able to communicate about some things and then hit those, we communicate about one thing. We asked Pete, like, hey, Pete, we like this play. He's like, okay, boom. We go into a drive, second play, or first play, boom. He calls it, we hit it, And that not only, builds our relationship, but it builds the relationship with the coaching staff and, the trust, and the trust is growing for everybody. But you can only do that with real games, and to do it in a hostile place like this against a good defense is always fun.
What did you see on the touchdown to Foster?
Without getting too schematic, it was just a good look for the play, and it was a great design by Pete. And then Pete puts the players in good position, and Foster and the offensive line made an amazing effort to get into the end zone. And I thought that was a big drive for us, to go down there. We're winning the game, but still to go down there and punch it in, get another touchdown. It's not even about the Patriots. When it was about us, and in that moment for us to punch it in like that and build that confidence, I thought was great.
Thank you, Derek.
Yep, appreciate it.